Hey folks, it's me, James, and as you can see, I'm up on my roof in Soho with beautiful blue sky. We are going to do a short conditioning sequence today. It's mostly drills. It's a lot of the stuff that I do in my own practice where I need to get warm and strong quickly. We're going to use a brick for this practice. If you do not have a brick, find a big book or something that has a good amount of stability and width. We are going to get going, folks. So we're going to start lying down on the back, knees bent. Come onto your mat and bring your feet together so the big toes touch, the ankles touch, and lift your hands up towards the sky for a moment. Feel your shoulder blades spread, and then link your fingers behind your head. Draw your elbows in, and then lift your elbow tips up slightly. You'll feel your upper back spread here. Start to float your feet off the floor, knees above the hips, and start to curl the chest up. This is our starting position. From here, as you inhale, lift the chest a little bit, squeeze your elbows towards each other. As you exhale, breathe all the air out. Hold your breath out. Lift your tailbone off the floor for 3, 2, 1. Big breath in. And a big breath out. Elbows towards each other. Hold your breath out. Lift your tailbone off the floor for 3, 2, 1. Last time. Big breath in. And exhaling all the way out. Hold your breath out. Hips up. Tailbone off the floor. Keep your knees away from your face. And lower back down. This time, straighten your legs. Take your legs out into a V shape. Again, curl up on the inhale. Elbows in and up. Big exhale through your mouth. Lift just the tailbone off the floor. So the tailbone is floating, legs are wide. 2, 1. Tailbone down, breathe in. And again, exhaling. Scoop the belly in, lift the tailbone off the floor. Check your feet haven't come flying forwards. Keep your feet in line with your hips. Last time, breath in. And a breath out. Nearly there, folks. Lift the tailbone up. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Bring your knees into your chest. And we are rocking straight up. Come around to your hands and knees, folks. Spread your fingers. Downward facing dog. We're getting straight in. In your down dog, bend your knees a little bit to begin with. Send your tailbone way up high. As you inhale, find a plank position. Wiggle your feet back. Reach the crown of your head forwards and your heels away from you. From here for a moment, really lengthen the arms, keep the arms quite long. And can you allow the chest to dip down slightly, squeezing the shoulder blades together, and then push the ground away, spreading the shoulder blades wide. 4 more little dips, arms stay straight. 4, 3, calm breath for 2, and 1. Push the floor away. Start to look towards your belly button, and can you round your upper back, scoop up and in, lift towards your toe tips, hollow body in your plank. 5 more breaths. Check your shoulders that are above your wrists. And you're really making a C shape underneath you, really scooping in. Come back into your regular plank. Chaturanga Dandasana, elbows in. Inhale to your cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. In your down dog, sitting bones are lifting. Send the heels down slightly to the floor, but keep your tailbone lifting way up high. Turn your left heel down a tiny little bit to get the heel towards the ground. Lift the right foot up and hold. Rather than opening your hip out to the side here, keep your pelvis level towards the mat. Roll your back leg in, top leg is rolling in. And we're going to hold and breathe calmly. Keep the leg lifting, but keep the pelvis level towards the ground. Start to shift the weight towards your right hand. Cross the left forearm behind the lower back. Draw your belly button in towards your left forearm. Keep that right leg strong, lifting up. Can the breath stay smooth and even here? Replace the foot, replace the hand. Chaturanga Dandasana. Elbows squeeze in. Cobra or upward dog, push the floor away firmly. And a downward facing dog. This time send your right heel down towards the ground. If it doesn't quite touch, turn the heel in a tiny little bit, but listen to your knee. Left leg lifts to hold. Spread through the fingers and roll your left thigh inwards to level your hips towards the ground. Calm and steady breaths, folks. As you press your hands down, really spread your shoulder blades wide. Feel your upper back get really broad. So you're in those big muscles in the back holding you here. And now, begin to take the right forearm behind the lower back. Draw the belly button in towards the forearm. So your inhale is staying deep in the upper chest, the sides of the ribs. 2 more breaths. Return the hand, return the foot. Vinyasa. In your upward dog, really push the floor away, lift the heart. Downward facing dog. From here, lowering to dolphin, and if it's available to you, both elbows at the same time, lower down. Now, if you feel your hands start to slide in, now's your time to get your brick. And take your brick between your thumb and your first finger. So holding the brick between the hands to keep your hands apart here. Find your way into dolphin and hold. In your dolphin, your thumbs are pressing down, your elbows are pressing down, and your sitting bones are lifting. Think about sending the hips up and back, which will open the shoulders a little bit more. Spread the toes and keep the belly button gently contained. Another couple breaths, doing great. And we're building the stability, building the strength, and the stamina, the endurance in the muscles. From here, start to find a forearm plank. Wiggle your feet back to get a little bit of length. We're going into side plank on the left arm. From here, turn your feet over, lift the right arm straight up. Now I've kept my forearm parallel to the edge of my mat. If that feels really uncomfortable, bring your hand in, but otherwise working towards forearm parallel to the front edge of the mat. Start to stack your feet and lift way up into the side of your waist. Lift your hips high. And if you like details, imagine you could roll that top thigh inwards. Keep your belly button contained. Calm, steady breath. 2 more. And then returning your hand, switching sides. Again, choose the arm placement that works for you today. Now top hand really reaching up. And rather than letting your pelvis sag or even come into a straight line, think about piking up into the side of the waist. So you really lift up through the side of the rib cage. Roll your top thigh in. And draw your right shoulder back, which will lift you up and actually makes it a bit more sustainable so you can be here for longer. 2 more breaths. Lower back down, dolphin. Walk your feet in, sitting bones lift. From your dolphin, find your down dog. See if you might lift both elbows off the floor at the same time. And take your brick out of the way. From here, inhale, right leg lifts. Big step forwards. High lunge. Warrior 2, back heel down. Spread your toes in your warrior 2. Spread your shoulders, spread your arms. You might still be able to feel those back muscles, serratus anterior, the lats. Kind of fired up now, right, in warrior 2. From here, straighten your front leg for triangle. Reach your right arm forwards, go long. Your hand could rest on your shin, your foot, or you might take the big toe. Really expand into this shape. And again, spread the shoulder blades wide. So there's still a little bit of that dolphin feeling in the upper back. From here, bring your left hand down, step to the front of your mat, bring your feet together. Come into a low squat, send your knees out. Take your palms a little bit in front of you, fingers spread for crow pose. In this first version of crow, squeeze your knees onto your triceps to create a shelf. Press your elbows out and draw your shoulders back away from your ears. Take your head forwards, bring the weight into the hands. You could be lifting one foot. If you have crow, both feet coming up and holding. Draw your shoulders back. Breathe calmly. 2 more. And step or jump back. Chaturanga. From your downward facing dog, left leg lifts. And a big step forward. High lunge. Warrior 2, back heel down. Really spread the mat between your feet. Shoulders soft, but upper back wide. Begin to lengthen your front leg for Trikonasana. And again, the hand placement is less important as the sense of expansion in the shape. So search for the broadness in the upper back. Steady your breath, gentle containment to the belly as you breathe in. And then as you exhale, bring the hand down, step the feet together. Either taking the version of crow we just worked on, or this time bring your knees into your armpits. So a much higher version of crow. It's a little bit more wobbly. I'm taking my knee right into my armpit, pressing my fingertips down, and lifting up to hold. In crow, scoop the belly in, round the upper back. Draw your shoulders back away from your ears. See if you can bring your big toes together and really lift your heels up, 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 getting really tall. 3 more breaths. Chaturanga. We're coming back to our dolphin, folks. This time you don't need the brick. Elbows come down. Send your sitting bones up. Listen carefully. Shift the weight into your left forearm. Slide your right hand back down the mat until the wrist is below the elbow. Take a moment to look in the video if you need to. This is sometimes called flash prep. It comes from forest yoga. And with my right hand back, I'm going to squeeze my elbow in towards my body and draw my right shoulder blade way back, right shoulder away from your ear. As an option, lift the right leg, roll the right thigh in and hold. Keep your breath steady, calm. 1 more. And then release. Replace the right arm. Reposition your sitting bones, lift them up again. Right palm flat, left palm slides back. The hand comes back a little bit further than you might think. So the elbow is right above the wrist. And then squeeze that elbow in towards your body and draw your left shoulder way back away from your ear. Flash prep, second side, folks, going strong. Option to lift your left leg and hold. Roll the left thigh inwards. Keep sending that right elbow down so you're lifting it away from the ground, building a lot of strength here. Just 2 more breaths. Trying to control your breath, trying to control mine, keeping it smooth where possible. Return, dolphin, downward facing dog, vinyasa. From here, lower down into dolphin one last time. Send your sitting bones up. Option to walk your feet in a little bit closer, but keep pressing your elbows and your palms down. Sitting bones rising. Just another 5 breaths. Lower your knees, come to a kneeling position. Check it out, folks. Give your shoulders a little circle. Kind of really feeling the strength building in serratus anterior, big muscles underneath the armpits into your ribs. And really help to stabilize the shoulder blades, which is really helpful when you're practicing stronger poses, arm balances, and inversions. For now though, we're coming back round to lie down on the back to finish. This time as you lie down on your back, bring your right knee in, stretch your left leg long. Could you point your left toes and press your left heel down into the ground? Option 1, link your hands behind your right thigh as you straighten the leg. Option 2, catch the big toe with the right fingers. Either way, as you breathe in, lift the head off the floor rather. Draw your right shoulder blade down away from your ear and curl up towards the shin. Scoop in, press your left heel down. It's like you're trying to touch your nose to your shin. Left heel down, use your core, scoop in, lift up. 2 more breaths. And release, switch sides. So you could be catching the left big toe with the fingers, maybe linking the hands behind the thigh. Curl up. Draw your shoulder blades down away from your ears. Send your lower back into the ground as you exhale now. Nose or chin towards the shin. Your right heel is pressing down. Your right toes are pointing. And you're breathing calmly, cooking your core. 1 more breath, folks. Release down, stretch out. For a moment, walk your feet in. Bring your feet hip distance apart for bridge pose. And from this version of bridge pose, take your arms out slightly in a V shape, palms turned up. Lift your toes off the floor so your heels are down, your toes are lifting, and curl your tailbone off the ground. Could you really press the bases of the big toes down into the ground? Press through your heels, lift your hips. Shift weight into the right foot. Begin to lift the left leg up, point the foot, drive through the right heel for 5, 4, 3, 2, don't let your hips collapse, keep pressing up for 1, and switching sides. Take a breath in, press down through the left heel on the base of the big toe, right leg rising, drive through the heel, press the big toe down for 5, 4, 3, really feel the back of your left thigh working. Press the heel down. Last one. Lower down, stay in your bridge. Press the ground away. Curl all the way back down. Happy baby, folks. From here, cross your right thigh over your left thigh. You could take that into eagle if you have that available today. And then take your knees across the body for a twist. Just twisting over. Right arm comes out. Big breath out. and then come back to center and switching sides. Let the breath stay smooth and long. Calm breath when we're working hard, calm breath when we're resting or relaxing more. And then come back to center, rock yourselves up. So just coming to sit to close. Thank you folks for your practice. This is a sequence which you can use on a regular basis to build a lot of upper body strength and deep core strength. It's very, very helpful, these kind of drills, for your arm balances and any of those kind of inversions which you might be working on at this point in your practice. Write a comment below, let me know if this helps or if you have questions. Thank you.